So I'm going to talk a little bit about how to solve a system of inequalities. I titled it Graphing System of Inequalities because that is how you're going to have to solve any system of inequalities, because you are coming up with a whole solution set. So the steps are pretty much just multiple graphs of different inequalities. Okay, so if you forget how to, these steps that I put down are pretty generic. So if you forget, if they seem too generic, go back and rewatch the review on how to graph a single linear inequality. Okay, but you're just going to grab one of your inequalities. It doesn't matter how many there are. We're talking about linear inequalities right now. And you're going to solve the one that you have for y. Remember the whole deal about multiplying or dividing by a negative. You're going to want to switch the inequality sign. And then you're going to graph that inequality, including shading it. And then you're just going to repeat those two steps for every single inequality that you have. Okay, it could be several. You could have 3, 4 of them all on one graph. And the shading is going to go all over the place. The solution is where every single shade intersects. So if you only have 2 linear inequalities, the solution is going to be where both of the shading intersects. If you have 4, then you have to find the place where all 4 shades intersect. And all the coordinates inside the shared shaded area could be a solution. Okay, so again, if you don't remember how to do one line, then go back and rewatch that video. But it's just multiple lines, and you're just doing the same thing over and over again, and you're looking for where they all intersect. And there are real life applications to this. In businesses, the whole idea is that you minimize your expenses or maximize your profit. So after you do this a couple times, you'll notice that most of the time where all of the shades intersect, you kind of have a polygon, right? A figure with straight lines that enclose that shaded area. And those coordinates are big deals. Each corner of that polygon represents different information. And you would use those coordinates to say this would be how we would maximize a profit or maybe even minimize expenses. Now, of course, it's used for other things besides just profit or expenses, but you can get the picture pretty easily with that. And if you're interested in examples of that, I'll include a link that you can follow to take a look at those.